What up? This is Robert Ory.
Ory, three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Ory for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
So what's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Ory from downtown.
What is going on, Big Shot Bob?
Living life.
Living life. It's episode 2 this week. Loving it.
2.
Episode 2 of the Big
The
Shot
two
Bob.
amigos.
Yeah, man. Me and you in it together till the end of the line, baby. We're Cap and Bucky. I got you I'm with you till the end of the line. Too many Marvel movies. It is the shoot-around this week. If you ever got a question for the shoot-around or a topic or something we didn't get to in the Tuesday show, you can always send it our way at Big Shot Bob Pod on Twitter and Instagram and pretty much all over the place. Something we did not talk about was we did talk about the NFL playoffs at the end of the show, but we didn't talk about Kelly Stafford. She's come up a few times on this show. This would be the next incarnation of that. She believes that she had to lay some proof on Lions fans. So obviously Matthew Stafford, her husband, was the Lions quarterback for, 10 years?
Never.
12 years, some shit. And they never got it done.
Yeah.
Now here we are. Detroit's in the NFC Championship game behind Jared Goff, who was the Rams quarterback. So there was a flip-flop with Stafford and Goff. But Kelly Stafford, Matthew Stafford, for a very long time, were a very big part of the Detroit community. Well, she got booed off the field. They put them up on the screen at one point. She was walking past a group of fans, and there's video that she posted of just fans going at her and going at her kids, and just maybe she said taking it too far. She said, quote, "This was our experience on the field. I know you're booing me, but my kids don't know the difference, even if I try to explain it to them." She just said that it was all part of sports, but anything involving her kids was no longer fair game. Is this Bush League on the part of Lions fans, or should she know this comes with the turf?
Well, fans are brutal. Fans can be great and fans can be brutal. And I think when you get to a point where you just take the two, I don't know anything about Detroit fans except for, they're supposed to be one of the nastiest fans based outside, the Raiders and, Philly and all this kind of stuff. But you have to protect your kids in the sense, you're going into a hostile environment. So you protect your kids. Look what Westbrook did. He didn't take his kids in the Lakers game. Now they go to the Clippers game. So why submit your kids to that?
Well, but
keep
don't
them in
the
the
kids
suite,
want to see?
He has a suite. Stay in the suite.
They want to see their dad play, so they're gonna go to the game. They're gonna. But you have to, I guess, insulate them a little bit from that, right?
Yeah, you have to, and then you should also say you prep them. It says, the fan base are not really happy with your dad and what happened here and how we have. They might say a little things, and let's be honest. How old are his kids? I know you got like 20 of them.
Oh, they got a bunch of kids. Yeah,
some of his
all
kids,
girls. I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think they have 4 girls.
They hear all this stuff through. Yeah, do you protect them from everything? They hear it on radio, they hear it on TV. They're gonna hear words. Yeah. So just be a good father, good mother, and say, hey, it was some nasty stuff said. Please ignore it and understand that there's some people in this world that are mean. And there's some good people in this world, so just ignore that and don't let it, I know it's easier to say than to, have your kids, man, I've had some things said to me and I had to explain, it pissed my kids off. I'd be like, look at me, I'm not pissed. As my son said, people be tweaking.
He's right. He's right. I mean, God, especially sports fans. And if you're a kid growing up in a sports family, I feel like there needs to be a conversation at some point about that stuff. Even before you go to a game like this, you got to go, look, okay, so here's what Daddy does for a living. There's a lot of people that really like Daddy, and there's a lot of people that don't like Daddy because of what he does and who he plays for. Daddy represents a team that a lot of people like and a lot of people don't. So that's sort of like that's kind of a conversation you have to have probably early in their lives, and I imagine they've had that conversation at some point. So like for me, like, yes, do fans need to be on better behaved? Sure, of course. I mean, come on. Don't boo a kid. Don't boo a kid. If she's walking out there with her kids, You don't have to boo her, but you don't have to say nothing either. But in the same
you
heartbeat,
can
the
still boo
kids
her,
should
just
know.
don't say anything to the kids.
Right. And the kids should know, this is the thing we talked about. I think her putting it all over social media and making a big to-do about it has put more attention on it than anything the kids probably said.
To the kids? Or something said to the kids?
No, she said that she felt like she had to explain to the kids why they were getting booed everywhere. And I'm like,
the hell? That's a part of sports.
Did you, again,
I
did
thought
you not have the
said-
conversation going, by the way, there's a lot of people here probably not a fan of Daddy. You know what I mean? They don't like, they're not, Daddy was here for a long time. Daddy didn't get it done. And now the new guy is.
Did he leave on bad terms, or he just actually?
No, I don't think so. I think it was just, there was a lot of years that Detroit had like this big potential to be a true contender, and it never got done. And you can't hang that on the feet. You put that at the feet of Matthew Stafford. But he was their
really
marquee guy for a long time. So, like, if Detroit was going to do anything, it was going to be because of Matt.
Gotcha.
And, we know Matt and Kelly because he's a Georgia kid. He went to UGA. We worked with him for years here at the radio station when he played for Georgia. That's how long I've worked at this freaking radio station. Dude played for Georgia. I was still here. So, like, he's not a bad guy, but, I mean, fans are going to, of course, anytime a player leaves, and you just said it yourself, Westbrook. Westbrook had a short stint with the Lakers. Lakers fans will throw proverbial bricks at him every chance they get.
Yeah.
Just because they weren't happy with the way he played here. And I think the fact that Matt never got the job done for them in Detroit meant he was like the focus of all their hate. And when his family's around, of course, fans suck, and sometimes they take.
See, that's why when you it's best to be a receiver or a running back like Barry and Calvin. You get all the love.
All the love, man. Julio Jones comes back to town here in Atlanta. Nothing but Julio jerseys, man. All over them. Everybody loves Julio. He's playing for the Eagles, and we're just like, it's fine. We still love him. I don't give a shit. Yeah, you want to be the receiver. Question from Calvin. I thought this was a great question. How often do you talk to yourself? I imagine having a podcast helps you get that stuff out of your head, but I a lot of times have to pretend I'm on the phone while I'm driving so people don't think I'm crazy because I have full-on conversations with myself. I have never related to a listener of this show more than Calvin.
Yeah, no, Calvin, tint your windows, buddy. Hey, Calvin, you're not alone. It's probably half of America talk to themselves when in the car because sometimes you better let it out, and keep it in, man. But I have talked to myself before games, for everything.
I have full-on conversations and debates with myself in the car, like constantly.
Hey, we need to do, if we could do a survey, how many men that are married talk to themselves after they walk out of the room from their wife?
All of them, 100%. You have to do the survey for that.
You want me to do that shit? I ain't doing that shit. I'm the man of this house.
I'm the man of this house. And I talk to yourself because as you're doing it, and you won't say it to her face. So that's why you're talking to yourself.
Exactly.
Man of the house. I do it all the time. I'm like, fucking tell me what I'm going to do. I'm the man. I'm going to pay the bills in this month. Oh, no, I got it. It's fine. It's fine.
Hey,
I'm working on it.
She's going to tell me do it now. I'm going to do it like in 5 minutes. I ain't doing it right now. As a matter of fact, I might wait 10 more minutes. Man, let me just do this shit and get it out of the way.
I'm just going to get out of the way. I don't want to, because it ain't worth whatever's coming next. So it's like, it's fine.
Exactly. But on the flip side of that, when you tell them to do something, that shit don't get done the next week.
Oh, my God, dude. Forget it. It's like the conversation never happened. Like it never happened. Remember we talked about that? No, I don't remember that. Oh, okay.
Hey. Me and my wife start recording each other when we tell someone.
God, no! You're keeping receipts. This is not good. This is not going to work out. One of you's going to pull one of them out one day, and a phone's going to go flying across the room. Did you pull that shit on me? And you're like, oh no.
I used to talk to myself before games, and you hype yourself up.
I'm
and
sure.
Tell yourself you the man. You didn't miss no shots tonight. You protecting the paint. You talk to yourself so much. So
yeah. And I think everybody does too. That's the thing, and that's part of the brilliance of having hands free now.
Yeah.
In the car, you don't know if they're on the phone or they're just arguing with themselves. But either way, it works, man.
Or you do like most people, like when you put the headphones when you walking through the airport, the earbuds, and when people start talking, you like you don't hear me. Keep moving.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert. I'm like, dude, I got nothing on in the headphones.
I can hear you, but I'm not paying attention to you. La, 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 la. Yep. Jay Gruden versus RG3. I wanted to bring this up real quick.
This is funny.
Jay Gruden used to be the coach of when it was the Washington Redskins. They're now the Commanders. Him and RG3 did not have a good relationship when he was there. That's obviously very public. He took some shots. Jay wrote on his X page, on Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call it, if I ever put a quarterback through what Philly put Jalen Hurts through, I would apologize. RG3 hit the ceiling. He wrote back, say what? All caps, 10 T's on the what, 3 question marks. And then Jay came back and said, you weren't good enough. Kirk was better. Cleveland didn't want you. Baltimore didn't either. Quit blaming me. And then RG3 went on his podcast and eviscerated Jay Gruden, just destroyed him. Because they basically all the times that RG3 went up and said, I played my best and I need everybody to play along with me, he got killed for that in the media. But then he reveals on his podcast, Jay was the one who said, you got to motivate your team by telling them they didn't play well enough. And say it in the media, say it publicly, make them want to come out and prove you wrong. And then the minute he said that, Jay's like, I don't know what the hell that guy's doing. Threw him under the bus.
Everybody, I think, was on RG's side. Didn't he play with like a torn ACL in a game, and everybody in the world says you should not be playing, and it pretty much cost him his career?
Yes, it did in the playoffs.
It's like,
it was
I'm like, dude,
game.
It's the playoffs. You can't even freaking move, and that goes to show you how sometimes players can be too loyal. And I guarantee if it's this day and age, he would have never touched the field because his camp would have been like, oh, hell no.
And there's too many people on NFL sidelines now that go, no. No. I mean, God, you see that all the time. Dude twists an ankle. You got to sit out a play. You're in the little blue tent. You got like 5 trainers looking at you. Yes, and that shit doesn't fly anymore. But they obviously have a very long-standing beef. Do you have any long-standing beefs with it? No, besides Ainge. Fuck him. Forget him. We've talked about him a million times over. But it doesn't even have to be sports related.
No, I don't have it. You don't
have any beef?
I'm loved by everybody.
I know you are.
We had the 2-second beef with Arenas, but that was fun though for me.
Oh, that wasn't even beef. He was mad at me. He wasn't even mad at me.
But I think he was mad at me too because he said I called him an idiot or whatever it was. But I have no beef with anybody. I love everybody, man. I'm one of those type of people where I give you the chance to fuck me over first before I'm done with you. And for me, I'm just I believe in my heart that most people have good in them, and that I like most people. I know people are assholes, and you just got to understand how to deal with assholes. You wipe yourself clean of assholes and you move on. So
I like that.
Yeah.
I might write that down somewhere. Wipe yourself clean of assholes and move on. That's good stuff right there from Robert.
I just don't. I have no beef. I genuinely like everybody until you prove me that I shouldn't like you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, I've been fired a couple times. Nothing major, but like when you work in radio, like you go into the industry and the first thing everybody tells you is you're gonna get fired. So I've had a couple times where I've been like, oh, that guy kind of lied to me and fired me. So I've kind of had those sort of beefs, but those are that's bullshit professional stuff that you get over.
Yeah.
You get
like I had when the way I was let go with the Lakers pissed me off, but then I let that go. And then the way that some things went down with the Spurs, I kind of didn't let that go, but then I let it go.
Yeah.
And it's like it's so many things that fans as a professional athlete that fans don't know. And even during this day and age, they think they know everything because
of course. Yeah.
But they really still don't know because there's a lot of things that they don't,
The behind the scenes stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, behind the scenes. So, and at the end of the day, no matter how much money you're making, you still have feelings and you think that you should be treated a certain way. And that's with respect. And if you feel like that respect or that bond is broken, it can piss you off. And so to me, I felt like the respect when it came to the Lakers, the way they let me go was unwarranted. And it pissed me off, and I held that grudge for like a long time. And then when I was with the Spurs, I didn't like what was coming out of that camp, blaming me about certain stuff, and that was told to me, which kind of pissed me off. So there's a lot of things like that people don't understand.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
All right, we got a couple more questions here, and we'll wrap up shoot around. Question comes from Ray. This one's a little bit dark, but funny. You're headed to death. You're headed to death row. What's your final request for your final meal?
It's
He also wrote in here, also, what did you do?
me. What did I do? I probably killed a motherfucker. I know what I mean.
Probably went after somebody had some shit to
the
say.
rage was uncontrollable. I turned into the Hulk for a minute. For me, it's certain dishes. Like my mom's broccoli and cheese casserole, my dad's red rice, and ribs from Dreamland, and my mom's collard green and mac and cheese. It's just certain. It's like it's gonna have to be a good old soul food meal, so because I love Dreamland ribs, and I love my mom's like mac and cheese, collard greens, and my dad's red rice. So those dishes that's what I would have to have. How about you?
Oh, dude, I'm a basic bitch, man. Give me
Philly cheesesteak.
No, man. Give me a good old chicken parmesan. Give me some chicken parmesan, a big old plate of spaghetti. Oh my God, forget it. I'm done. That's it. That's all I need.
So let me just say this. I've been making food for my family like all the time. Last night, I felt so honored. Christian sent me a text because he came in tired, his legs were hurting. So he sent me a text and said, "This is a top 2 meal, Father." Because I made this pasta, this Italian sausage pasta last night.
Okay.
And he sent me I'm like, well, damn. I think this is my first time making it for him, and that's the reason. And he gave me, he's like, "This is the top 2." And all the time I be making meals, I'm putting in work, right? This is the first time he said top 1. And even Gabrielle, Candace's daughter, she said it was good. Candace said it was good. So I got a gold star last night.
You went pasta. 3 for 3. That's not bad.
Yes.
I did that the other day. I made a spaghetti carbonara with like chicken and bacon in it. Carbonara. Oh, just out of control good. And I got thumbs up I got thumbs up from my 11-year-old. You do not understand the seal of approval that takes from a child who wants chicken nuggets and macaroni and cheese for every meal. Ever. I'm
going to have to call you for your carbonara recipe because my carbonara never comes out right.
The trick is the eggs, man. It's always the eggs at the end. Like the pasta has to be hot enough to mix it together, but if it's too hot and you put the eggs in, the eggs will curdle. And then it just becomes kind of
see, when do you know
sour,
when do you stick your finger in to figure out how hot the pasta is? How do you figure out what
I do. No,
thermometer?
No, you just kind of watch it. You let it sit for like about 5 minutes. If you should give it 5 minutes, it should be fine. But you're like me, you're doing everything together at once. So it's like my initial instinct is great, it's ready, dump in the eggs and start mixing. And it's like, nope, give it 5 minutes, let it sit, then do the eggs. Because if you do the eggs and the cheese too soon, the pasta has to be hot enough to melt the cheese, but not hot enough where it curdles the eggs. So it's a weird, tough dish to make. But if an 11-year-old is down for it, I'm like, I'm doing this.
I love carbonara, but I can't make that shit.
It's tough, man. It's tough. All right.
That's next week's that's on the menu for next week.
Next week, so I'll send you my carbonara recipe. Last question's coming from Jason. You both, it's another really good. By the way, props to our listeners for these questions this week. These are great. You both have kids. How long does the hot water last in your house? And he goes, LOL, I'm reading the story about the Bills and the Chiefs. Did you see the story that...
How do they know
there was
they
cut
the hot water off?
There was a Chiefs lineman that said that the Buffalo Bills cut the hot water off after the game, after they lost, which the stadium, I think it's Highmark Stadium, whatever the stadium, has come out and said, that's bullshit. You can't turn off one hot water to one side of the building and not the other. So if we turned it off, everyone would lose it.
Do you realize how cold it was in Buffalo?
Oh, it was beyond cold. The hot water didn't last but like 2 showers. So if you weren't the first or second guy in, no, sorry.
Exactly. That happened. That used to happen to us in Denver where the water was just cold. It would happen in Boston where the water was cold. And you just deal with it. You used to taking cold baths, so deal with it. So, yeah.
No, I don't like that. I don't like that. We used to lose hot water fast. Oh, look, I got teenagers.
See, I brought up in the dirty South. And no, we've never lost hot water. And I'm in Cali now, so sorry, Jason, we don't lose hot water here.
Oh, yeah. Well, I get it. For down here in Atlanta in the cold, bitter-ass cold of what we're dealing with right now, yeah, we lose our hot water. No, we don't lose it quickly because I splurged on a new hot water heater because our old one, the hot water was gone in like 20 minutes. So, like, when we would wake up in the morning and there's kids trying to shower to get out to school and I'm trying to shower and Mama's trying to shower, everybody... I got up early, so I was the first motherfucker in there.
See,
I'm the first guy in the shower. I never lose hot water. I'm just like,
But see, here's the thing: what we used to do growing up when we had 6 people in the house and 1 shower. I would take my showers at night before I went to bed, so I had to
can't
battle.
do that.
But see, if my grandmother was getting ready, my grandfather was getting ready, my aunt was getting ready, my mom was getting ready. There's no room for you.
Your
You
ass
last
was
on
at
the
the
list.
back of the
I
line
have to go to
taking
a room
cold
like this.
showers. Yeah, no, I get it.
You check when you're at school, damn, I'm really stinky today because I didn't take a shower.
Yeah, no.
So I just started taking my shower at night. That way I'm like, okay.
When I was a kid, I used to do that. I would shower at night before I went to bed. And my daughter does that now because she can't get up on time to save her life to get out the door for school. She's 11. She's venturing into teenage years. This is only going to get worse. So she showers at night. I'm fine with it. As an adult, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I wake up feeling like dirty if I don't shower. I'm like,
my wife, she does both. She shower night before she goes to bed, and then she shower in the morning.
Yeah. My wife takes a bath at night. My wife goes in, takes a nice relaxing bath at night, and then showers again in the morning. I'm like, you're too clean.
Man, I come home now. My wife is in the bathtub with wine. Be like, this is my time. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, I'm about to sit here and look at you like this and make you get out so you can talk to me.
Oh, wow. That's creepy as hell. You can't let her have a bath?
No.
Let her have a bath.
Nobody in my, it's like, I don't like when people have baths. You want to know why? Because I can't fucking fit and it's not fair.
This is a personal issue. Okay, good. Now, here's the thing. My wife asked me.
Don't rub it in.
My wife, she goes, why don't you take a bath? I don't like, there's something about just sitting in a pool of water with my own filth that I'm like, I'm good. I don't need to marinate in my own.
My wife would shower before she gets in the bathtub.
Oh. No, she should shower after she gets out because y'all been sitting in there just marinating in your own juices. Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm not a pot roast. I don't need to.
She does it for the jacuzzi and the heat of the bath.
Yeah,
I think
same.
she's just doing it for that. Yeah.
But no. My wife will lock the door when she takes a bath because she don't want me coming in there looking at her, bothering her, or disrupting anything.
Hey, but can they really lock the door where you got that little thing and go?
Oh, I can get in there. Oh, I can get in there.
Yeah.
I just don't want the wrath of shit that comes with it. The only time I lock the door is when I'm taking a dump. Leave me alone, close this door. I don't need an 11-year-old going, what's going on here? Like, I don't need that. You know what I mean? That's it.
Hey, the kids know not to come in. If I got the door closed, you don't want to come in there at that time. It's daddy's time.
It's daddy's time.
Mm-hmm.